Michael Jackson lives on larger than life on the big screen. We've got your front row seat to the hottest movie event of the year, and it all starts right now.
It's a dazzling show, an unforgettable experience, and TV Guide takes you behind the scenes.
I gotta cue that. I can't trigger on its own.
See a Michael Jackson you've never seen before.
Yeah, that's a cool move.
Okay.
Cool move, but it goes spreads out too much at the end.
What you're gonna see is a genius at work.
Hear from some of his closest friends.
And then he walked over to me, and he grabbed me and he hugged me.
And find out why This Is It Mania is sweeping the world.
Definitely, you've got to see it.
I brought my sleeping bag and blankets for the nighttime.
I think that Michael would appreciate that we're carrying on his messages through this work.
The big movie premiere of Michael Jackson's movie starts right now on TV Guide Network.
It's all for love. L-O-V-E, love. This is it.
It was being touted as the comeback concert of a lifetime and the final curtain call for Michael Jackson. But on June 25, 2009, Jackson's grand vision was lost, giving new life to an unforgettable legacy. From Universal Studios Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA, I'm Patrick Stinson with your up-close look at the much-anticipated concert film, Michael Jackson's This Is It. More superhuman than superstar, the king of pop poured his heart and soul into every aspect of production. And for Jackson, it was a labor of love.
This is the moment. This is it.
Sometimes funny, sometimes poignant. The 110-minute movie was edited from some 100 hours of rehearsal footage taken over a 3-month period in Los Angeles, including these well-known images from the Staples Center just days before Jackson's death.
You're going to see everything that went on behind the scenes.
You're going to see it start to finish, his whole methods of creating the most incredible stage shows ever.
The film, which features 24 songs, showcases a Michael we've never seen before, a man confident, resolute, and shepherding every creative detail of the concert.
I gotta cue that. I gotta cue that. That should trigger on its own.
He was constantly thinking of every single detail, stopping and saying, hold on, see that light? I want that light to hit right here.
Get me out, bam! Something right there.
You see him coming in, telling the guitar players that, you know, this is the right chord, this is the way you play it, this is the sound I want on keys.
You see Michael through the creative process as filmmaker, director, choreographer, conceptual artist, band leader, musician, dancer. I mean, you see him interwoven in the entire fabric as this production is being developed. Michael, do you like this, first of all?
Yeah, that's a cool move.
Okay.
Cool move, but it goes spreads out too much at the end.
Michael demanded the best, always wanted the best, was always looking for the most innovative and newest and most creative. You don't work for Michael Jackson, you work with Michael Jackson.
Moviegoers will also see rare footage of the superstar coaching his backup singers.
Let's do it one more time.
And he was like, this is too much one way or not enough the other way. Or I need you to add this, or I really need this note in here because I love this note.
And as the man who invented the iconic moonwalk, Jackson handpicked every dancer you'll see on that stage.
His dances are not just background dances, they're a continuation of Michael on stage. So that's why Michael was very involved in the audition process.
Just incredible to see the contrast between him as just a loving, caring, shy person to being that electric superstar that we all know.
What you're going to see is something that is a loving tribute. I think people will walk away being proud to have seen it.
Hold for applause, fade out.
Although Michael Jackson rehearsed and trained in the States, his 50-date concert run was scheduled to take place in England from July 2009 to March 2010. The anticipation for this event was so great, every show sold out within a few hours.
I really would see it, but that's only if I get a ticket.
It's amazing, sir. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
TV Guide's Veronica De La Cruz caught up with fans in London who are now lining the streets, hoping to get a seat for This Is It.
Do you already have your tickets for that?
Yes, I do.
When did you get them?
For last Saturday.
It's the last thing we're going to get to see, really. There'll be nothing new after that, so definitely you've got to see it.
Across the pond here in the States, fans are also on overdrive, literally running to the theaters for their tickets.
The ticket sales are out of control. They're off the charts. A lot of theaters are adding more and more shows.
I was the 5th person here today, so you know, hopefully everybody will stick to Law and Order around here.
I want to see the This Is It premiere. Never seen Michael Jackson live.
It's starting to look like this is going to be the biggest, best-selling concert film of all time.
I don't care if I have to wait a week. I'm going to wait in line for this ticket.
In Los Angeles, MJ fanatics brought comfy clothes and chairs as they camped out in front of one local theater 3 days before tickets went on sale.
I have 2 days worth of food, and I probably will have to call Domino's or someone to bring us some breakfast on the 3rd day. I brought my sleeping bag and blankets for the nighttime.
And if seeing him on the big screen isn't enough, Jackson followers can also catch a glimpse of the King of Pop's personal items thanks to an exhibition currently traveling the globe.
We started off in Santiago, Chile at the Museo de la Moda, the Museum of Fashion, because Michael Jackson, apart from being a brilliant performer, also created a fashion statement every time he came on stage.
This spectacular stage show, once scheduled for London only, will now be seen worldwide on the big screen during a 2-week limited run. Michael Jackson's This Is It, which consists of rehearsal and behind-the-scenes footage captured at Staples Center in Los Angeles, is expected to become the highest-grossing concert film of all time. So what can moviegoers expect? Check it out. The King of Pop was ready to put on the biggest show of his career.
This was a state-of-the-art rock concert, acting, a musical, everything all rolled into the one.
Not to mention an elaborate stage production, which includes 3D graphics, pyrotechnics, and big dance numbers.
We were going back and forth on what he wanted to do and what he wanted to have do, and he's obviously out of breath. And I was like, okay, MJ, we don't have to do it again. He would say, yeah, let's do it again. And he would do the whole thing again, and he just really wanted to make it right.
I gotta cue that. I gotta cue that.
Michael never stopped thinking about the show, and oftentimes he called his good friend and longtime producer Kenny Ortega in the middle of the night to talk about ideas.
One of the ideas was, he called me one night and he said, Victoria Falls. We had a 3D screen. It was like an IMAX-sized 3D experience, and he wanted Victoria Falls gushing over that in 3D at one point. So you would put on your glasses, and during Earth Song, he'd bring you to Africa.
MJ was also involved with hair, makeup, and wardrobe. He had 10 costume changes and wanted to modernize his iconic looks.
Michael had always done things that were very costumey. You were going to see new and innovative interpretations of classics.
And in true Michael form, there is plenty of glitter.
There were over 1 million Swarovski crystals used in the design and construction of these garments.
The music will consist of Michael's classic hits and a medley of Jackson's 5 favorites, plus special behind-the-scenes moments with Michael.
It's all for love. L-O-V-E.
What you're going to see is a genius at work crafting his show before the show was to be.
People are going to get to see Michael, his vision, and a glimpse into what he wanted. And I hope it just blows people's minds.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Now, if you missed the 2-week run in theaters, save up for the DVD on sale in time for Christmas. And look out for the making of This Is It film, also coming soon to DVD. Up next, Jackson's drummer of 30 years speaks out. Hear all about their last conversation.
He smiled at me and bowed. I said, Michael. And then he walked over to me, and he grabbed me and he hugged me.
Plus, get to know the real Michael Jackson from those who knew him best.
You're going to see a man who was driven a very unique place and time in his life.
And later, how the King of Pop envisioned his final curtain call.
That's why I write these kind of songs. It gives some sense of awareness and awakening and hope to people.
Get ready for Betty. Are you kidding? See all new episodes of Ugly Betty Fridays on ABC and catch Encores Thursdays at 7, 6 Central on TV Guide Network.